FCT High Court sitting in Abuja has nullified the arrest, detention, and interrogation of Mr. Godwin Emefiele, former CBN governor, by the Department of State Services, barely 24 hours of similar judgment being delivered by another court. Clevius Florence Joshua brings us details.
The former head of the central bank, Godwin Emefiele, has challenged his detention by the Department of Secret Service (DSS) over his denial by DSS to see his family members and lawyers. The Federal High Court in Abuja finally granted an order of injunction directing and mandating the respondents, particularly the DSS, to forthwith release and free Mr. Emefiele from any arrest, detention, custody, interrogation. Mr. Emefiele, through his counsel Peter Agban, had asked the court to set aside, squash, invalidate and nullify the arrest and detention of the applicant for being illegal and a nullity in view of the subsisting judgment of Justice M.A. Hassan, delivered on 29 December 2022.
The judgment of M.A. Hassan said, you cannot arrest or detain Mr. Godwin Emefiele on trumped-up charges of corruption or of financing, terrorism financing. You cannot arrest or detain him on that. You understand? However, because they did not obey that judgment of the court, they went ahead to arrest him and detain him. Godwin Emefiele, through his lawyers, had approached these courts to enforce that same judgment. And in enforcing the same judgment, the court has just said, release this man, or because you have authority to arrest, investigate, charge him to court within the constitutional provision, which is within 48 hours. We don't say you cannot arrest, you can arrest. We don't say you cannot investigate. You can investigate. It is your authority. It is within your authority to do that, and the law permits you to do that. You understand? But doing it, you do it within the confines of the Nigerian Constitution, 1999, as amended.
Emefiele is facing charges and allegations of terrorism financing, fraudulent practices, money laundering, round-tripping, and threat to national security. Furthermore, the court granted an injunction restraining the respondents, particularly the DSS, from arresting, further detaining or proceeding against breaching or interfering with Mr. Emefiele's personal liberty and freedom of movement, or taking any other steps against him in connection with any allegations of terrorism financing, fraudulent practices, money laundering, round-tripping, threat to national security before or from any court since the date of the judgment of Justice M.A. Hassan. Florence Joshua, reporting for Clearview News.